fuck are my keys? Down there. Hello. You know what? I'm gonna put my headphones on for no reason. Feels better. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Overdose Vapes. This is Travis, and this is Obese Mode number 109. Damn, it's a lot. And we got a dancing panda. That's what our new set decoration. Hope everybody's having a good Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, got some text messages this morning from my son, which was nice. Spent a little time with my dad, which was nice. Not everybody is lucky enough to have their father, so I feel pretty lucky. Owen, what's going on? Happy Father's Day. Good to see you. Yeah. Yep, man. 109 episodes of Overdose Vapes Obese Mode Live. So things are pretty good. Things are doing good. Fix it, Danner. I am doing great. I'm doing great. Yeah, doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. This is my poison. Fucking Rockstar, man. That shit is more addictive than anything I've ever put in my body. It's Rockstar. That shit is the devil. Spork Life, what's going on? My buddy Gizzard Steel. With that Gizzard Brew. What's happening? Just letting everybody kind of pile in here. It takes a minute for everybody to get the notifications if they get them. Sometimes they don't. A lot of times they don't. YouTube has decided that I am persona non grata. So yeah, YouTube don't like me. It's weird because YouTube definitely, it's not like they singled me out. I'm the tiniest channel in the world, but the algorithm does not like me and never really has, because we've always done a lot of crazy things, like just not like crazy things, but we do content that in and of itself isn't really friendly. We do content that isn't really advertiser friendly, which the algorithm always doesn't care for that. But then also, we used to curse a lot in our videos, which the algorithm picks that stuff up and it just does not like it. But then especially ever since the strike that we got last year, it really kicked our ass as far as the algorithm. So, Swag, what's going on, brother? Hey, brother. So we can just, while we're waiting for everybody, what's everybody vaping on? Let me know. What are you guys tooting on? What do you got in your old skeeter stick? I am using this broken, and when I say broken, I mean it's truly broken. This is the Panda from Vaperz, and like literally, I can take this bottom part off. I probably shouldn't, but I can take the battery out of this thing, which you're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be able to take the battery out of these pods. And then the button broke, and I lost the spring for it. So now I just where's the screen? There we go. I put a piece of hot glue in there. That's my button now. So this is my pod system. It's really sad. But yeah, I'm doing some reviews on some Salt Nick stuff eventually, and for Vapecraft, Salty Beaches. And so we actually filmed one, me and Panda did together, and it ended up being this like whole indictment on Salt Nick and like pod devices. Like we went off, man. We went off. We like spent like 20 minutes just really digging into like the damage that it's done to the industry, etc. And so it ended up being something we can't really use as a review for the e-liquid, because we didn't really talk about the e-liquid very much. So. Uh-oh. I got a little bit of delay on my video. Yeah, let me try something real quick. Let me try something. I know you guys can still hear me. I'm just trying something real quick. this. Start video. There we go. Much better. All right. I lost my cool effect that I had, my sepia tone, but at least now the video and the audio are matching up, so that's much better. I was trying to get fancy. You can't get fancy. Zach Johnson, hey yo. So yeah, happy Father's Day to everybody. Happy Father's Day. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm gonna try to not shake the camera too much. My desk is literally just a pile of dreams and hopes. So yeah, what's everybody vaping? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Hit me with them comments. What are you guys vaping on? Because I want to know. I'll tell you what I'm vaping on. Okay, like I was gonna start before I went on the tangents. Got the Vupu Pod with Salty Beaches Lemon Cheesecake. Pretty good Salt Nick e-liquid. Although, I mean, Salt Nick e-liquids are kind of, you're not vaping this for flavor. Let's just say that, you know. I never get knocked out of my socks with Salt Nick e-liquids. I just don't. They're not the most amazing e-liquids. So then in here, I legitimately don't know what I have in here, but this is a really old sub-ohm tank that apparently we have a coil for. And so I've been using it. Someone gave me this. It's a Tobacco Super Tank, and someone gave it to me. I can't remember who. And so I'm sorry if it's somebody who watches this and they don't, and I'm not saying your name because I legitimately forgot. But I was talking about how much I love my Tobacco Super Tank, the RTA, because it's amazing. It's really cheap and it's really, really great. It's 25 mil. It's a great device. Church, what's going on, brother? And so they had one of these Tobacco Super Tank sub-ohm tanks, and they gave it to me. It looks beautiful. It really does. It's got the zombie green finish, which I love. But it's a sub-ohm tank, you know, and it's pretty typical for sub-ohm tanks. And this one is this one's like 0.5. It's like an old school sub-ohm tank, and so I have it on this 35 watt Anakin mod. It's okay. It actually has pretty good flavor for a sub-ohm tank. So Fix It Danner's rocking the dual vertical Claptons and the drop solo with some Vaperz Pineapple Express. That sounds amazing. I like Pineapple Express actually. It's one of the unsung heroes of the Vaperz line for sure. And then Spurk Life's rocking that Gizzard brew and drinking that scissor, like your favorite rappers, like your favorite urban individuals. All right, what else am I rocking? So we bought some Dinner Lady Lemon Tart. And this is way harsher than I remember it being. This feels like a 6, but it's 3. But I do remember when I originally reviewed this, as well as the other Dinner Lady e-liquids, that they were always a little bit heavy, but that's also because they're using a legitimately 0.3% nicotine. Like a lot of times when someone says a 0.3, this is something we talked about a lot in the past. But I had people from big established companies tell me, when we say 3 milligram nicotine, we don't always mean legitimately 3 milligram. Sometimes we just mean 3 milligram-ish, right? Like it feels like a 3 milligram. Oftentimes it'll be more close to like 1.5 milligram. But they label it as 3 milligram, which is totally deceptive, but something that was really common in the vape industry. It probably still is. There's no oversight with these companies, which was fun and really awesome in a lot of ways. And they just left us alone, you know, and let us do our own thing, which is something we're going to talk about tonight. But there was also those cases of like the customer was definitely not being protected, which they're still not. But now we're just in danger of having everything taken away from us. So Swag found a 3 ohm coil the other day. Yes, without a decimal. I remember those coils. I remember when I was first using a dripper, an RDA, with an 11 watt regulated mod, and they were telling me people were like online. I was reading like, oh, you want to use like a 2 ohm coil. It's crazy to even think of that nowadays. Like, how do you even fit that much wire inside of something? But the reality is we just used to use really small diameter wire for um, for microcoils, like 28 to 32 gauge microcoils, which is crazy. Oh, you can't have pineapple. That's weird. Well, it's not really that weird. It seems like something people would be allergic to. So, JFM, rocking dinner lady. I like that. That's a good little. I don't think he's saying he's vaping it, but that is a cool little decode emoji thing. And Dick Donuts. Okay. 12 milligram ish. Might be 9, might be 20. Totally. No, totally. That's how the industry was for a long time. And I remember talking to Dinner Lady about why, your e-liquid's a little bit more heavy than um, what I'm used to. And they were like, yeah, it's legitimately 3 milligram. And I remember thinking, like, that's a really weird thing to say. Like, all things are 3 milligram. But it turns out, no, they're not all. No, and Swag, I'm glad you are, because when I get something that's 3 milligram, I want it to be 3 milligram. If your e-liquid is super harsh at 3 milligram, um, then it's time to reevaluate what you're doing, right? Because it's uh, maybe that's the quality of the nicotine. I don't know, right? I don't know why companies would do that, um, but it was definitely something they did. I'm very conscious of the nicotine that I put in. And so is Swag. I mean, Swag's e-liquid is amongst the most smooth experience that you'll have. Um, and it's because we use good quality ingredients. Just using good nicotine goes a long way. So, Sin In, what's going on, girl? Church again. Oh, sorry, I already said hello to Church. And TWG's in the house. What's going on, brother? Yeah, yeah. It's if I'm paying for 3, give me 3, and if I can't handle it, then let me figure that out on my own. They definitely do it to save money, Matt Williams. They definitely do it to save money. It's definitely to save money, and I think some companies legitimately they're like, "Ooh, that's too heavy. 3 milligram is too heavy. So let's tone it down a little bit until it feels like a 3 milligram." I think some of them um, really didn't have ill intent doing it. They thought that it made their e-liquid better, but again, let me decide that. And if it's too heavy at 3 milligram, then sell a 1.5 and let me vape that. You know, I'm all about like transparency. And Overdose Vapes has always been about the customer first, and we want the customer to have all the information they can get. So that Polish Nick doll, yes, European Nick, that's what it is. Eastern European Nick, even that Russian Nick though. Watch out for that. So yeah, vaping the Dinner Lady, which is still tasty as ever, still an amazing e-liquid. And this is I forget who makes this this atomizer. It says VP on it. Oh, you can't see it; it's backwards for you, but it's not VUPU. Um, but it has this really cool deck on it. I hate these cameras. I hate webcams. See that deck? It's really neat. It's fun to build on. Of course, you'll see it. And I have some coils in here from my buddy WireFreak83, who has already shut his shop down, unfortunately. So the dude made some slamming coils. So, he sent me some to review, and then literally before I could even get them installed in my atomizers, he messaged me to let me know that he was shutting the shop down, which is a shame. It's a hard industry to get involved in, first off, coils at all. And then now in today's climate, the modern vaping industry, basically impossible to break into for any kind of support industry like coils, e-liquid. That stuff's really tough, man. Giancarlo, what's up, brother? K Wrist needs a new battery. Look at the shell. Okay. Oh, you can remount Baker? Okay, cool. Excellent. Good. Yeah, and Matt Williams, you're right. Regardless, it should definitely be honest. 100% all the time. Good to have you, Giancarlo. Good to have you, brother. Lumi braids, yeah. Everyone's rocking those Lumis right now. It's cool. I never really got into braided coils. Not my thing. A party boob. Oh, I like it. It is. You're right. That's fucking crazy. Party boob for the win. So yeah. So Wire Freak 83. The reason why I like this guy's coils, it's the only coil I've ever had in my life that when he marks it a .08, you install it. Even if I fucking wrench on it, yank on it, twist it around, and Tav's fine. Giancarlo, Tav's fine. Tav, got you, brother. Um, his coils will always maintain that ohm limit or that ohm reading. If it's .08, it's .08. It's solid as a rock. And the dude does crazy core counts, like 10 cores.
I kept my coil at what it was, and I destroy my coils when I put them
in. They last a long time. They're rock solid. And like I was saying, like 10 core aliens, so like that, 8 core, 9 core aliens. The ones that he sent us, this last batch, we've had several batches from the homie. He's just a great guy. And he what the hell was it? I totally lost my train of thought there for a second. They were Nichrome 90. And so Nichrome 90 is also really soft. And that stuff is rock solid. So yeah, man, White Girl. So the thing about White Girl is that I just ordered some stuff to make it. And then once it gets here, make it. That's not the hard part. The hard part's going to be the actual waiting for it to steep. It's a long wait, and it's going to be a few weeks. And so definitely gonna happen. Especially we got some stuff for any of the patrons, which we got a couple. But I'm going to make sure that those guys get hooked up for my first couple patrons. But anybody else who's interested, send me a message, and I will compile a list, and we will make sure that everyone gets White Girl. I want everybody who wants to try White Girl to at least try it. Yeah, it's just, man. First off, it's what I vape, and so and I go through 1,000 mils of it every month probably. I go through a lot, and so part of it is selfishness. Like I get down to a certain point, and I'm just like, oh shit, oh man, like can I really send this to people? but I usually do, and so I actually was gonna make some. Realized I didn't have everything I needed, so I threw off a quick. A quick strawberry cream. It's definitely not White Girl, like not even close, but it's still good. But the stuff's coming for White Girl. Again, if anybody's interested in it, hit me up. Hit me up on Facebook Messenger or via email, and we'll make it happen. You definitely are that white guy. You are a patron. You're gonna get some White Girl for that love. Okay, so yeah, so rest in peace to my man Wire Freak 83's coil company. That's a shame. Yeah, we got, I think most of the people that are in here are the people that I was hoping to kind of talk to tonight. First off, for everybody who's just coming in, happy Father's Day. I really didn't. It's like all the holidays fall on Sundays. It's freaking crazy. I just wanted to talk to everybody. I know the Sesh, what's going on, brother? If you guys don't know, go over to the Sesh's YouTube channel and give it a subscribe. That's our boy Tommy over there. That's our boy Tom. So yeah, go give him a little follow and a little subscribe. And check out his Instagram too. So I know you guys. It's very noticeable that I have my content has been few and far between. Recently, and I've kind of talked about it a little bit here and there, and I'm always saying like, oh, I'm going to put out more. So there's been a few things going on. First off, work has been really crazy, like really, really crazy. So I got a promotion a while ago, and it was kind of just at the time, it was kind of just like a promotion in name, right? And like like, here's some more money, here's a title, you know, and it didn't really have a lot of like substance. It was just like, keep doing what you're doing. Here's a bigger title, right? But eventually, um, it was kind of sussed out like what that meant, right? Like what that was going to be, and so that kind of kicked in this year, like, and it meant a lot more work for me, and meant a lot, not just a lot more work, it was a lot more intense. And so this is my first year of really digging into it, and I gotta say, it really kicked my ass. It really, really kicked my ass. Um, hold on one second. So not only am I doing, like counseling, all that kind of stuff. So if anybody doesn't know, I work at a domestic violence and rape crisis center as the prevention education coordinator. So what that means is, it means a lot of things. So first off, I do a lot of counseling with people who come in crisis. And so that's a pretty heavy duty gig, right? Someone comes in, they're like in the middle of their worst moments of their life, and I help steer them through those processes. So that's one thing that I do. But then I've always done prevention, and what that means is I go into schools or different organizations, and I do trainings or lectures, or like, it depends on the situation, but I do some kind of education component related to um, ending domestic violence or rape. And so so public speaking and crisis counseling are basically my jobs, and I've always done those two things. And they gave me the job of a prevention education coordinator, and at the time I was basically the only person doing prevention, so I was coordinating a program that only did it was just me. I was coordinating my stuff, right? So this year we have two offices. We have one on the coast, one in inland. And this year it was like the first year that there was like a lot of activity on both offices. And it was the first year that was kind of like left like, okay, Travis, what are you going to do? Like let's develop a program here. And I did, and it was great, and we had a great year. And but it was a lot of work, and it just got to the point where a lot. So work was crazy. I was working a lot. Wasn't working more hours, but it was a lot more work, and um, so that was crazy. I also lost the ability to quickly edit videos with Windows Movie Maker. So for some reason, the Windows that I'm using, Windows 10, the latest updates, basically made Movie Maker unusable for me. I've tried re-downloading it several times, and it just will not render videos for me anymore. So that's it, so I can't use Movie Maker anymore. And with Movie Maker, I've been using that for 5 years. And so it was to the point where I could edit a video in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then render it and upload it. And so, so originally I was uploading like 4 videos a week, like in 2014 through 2016. Our output was massive. We were putting out a couple hundred videos a year, like a lot. And it was sustainable because first off, we were getting a ton of products for review, and it was easy to edit. So as things have developed, and I'll touch on this right now, my man Giz. So as things have developed and stuff, right, I'm using an editing program, which I'll discuss in a second. Just the videos themselves have increased in quality, both visually, because we were donated a camera, which is great, and then now I'm finally have upgraded my audio. So now I'm like recording audio separately from the video, because this camera, although it's great, does not actually have appropriate audio inputs that work correctly. So I'm having to record, audio and video separately. So that's a whole thing in and of itself. So work is crazy. Have to relearn editing basically, and more editing to do. So those are like, some of the things that were happening. And it's just, it got to the point where I was coming home and it was just like, God damn it. The last thing I want to do is edit a video. Um, and so what I'm using now is Filmora 9, like the latest Filmora. Panda got it for me. It's amazing. You know what I mean? It's absolutely amazing. So Cinnamon, I actually do have a replacement for Movie Maker, but it is like absolutely not appropriate for editing YouTube videos anymore. Basically, what they made now is a way for you to like put together your videos. And that, like, if you record a bunch of videos with your cell phone, you can put them on your computer, and then kind of put them together. There is a editing program, but it's not really editing. There's no transitions, or there's no ability for you to cut the video at a certain point. You can like, I don't even think you can bring it in from the edges. It's a mess. It's just an absolute mess. And so, yeah, there is no Windows Movie Maker, so it's tough. And so, and I was just set in my ways, and that's the honest truth. And to be honest, Panda tried to get me to switch to Filmora 2 years ago, and I just never did. And she did, and yes, it is fine. So, she's been using crazy stuff, and I actually bought her a nice editing program recently too. What's that one called? Vegas. The one you're using now, Vegas? Or are you using my Apple now?
I'm using Final Cut Pro.
She's using Final Cut Pro now on Apple, but
Vegas is a little too advanced for me right now.
Yeah. Yes, she is making slime in the background.
Oh, and it kept freezing.
Yeah. Well,
yes,
we're gonna.
I have a shop, so go shop there for your kids, and I have a channel for kids.
So I haven't ever heard of Camtasia. I will definitely check it out. For me, I really enjoy using Filmora. Like the actual finished products, I enjoy. If you want to see like some of the editing that I've done recently, my last couple of videos I've done with Filmora.
And once you get a hang of it, you can do a video pretty fast.
Yeah, and I am getting the hang of it. It's just been like I've been overworked, I've been very stressed, and very tired. Like I just don't get enough sleep, and that's something that's been a constant in my life, is not sleeping enough. And it just kind of all caught up to me. And then there's a third thing, which is it's just that my YouTube channel is just not doing anything, and that's really, and I know it is for you guys, right? I know it is for you guys. You guys are always here for me, and I think that's amazing. And I love that, but like my videos don't get traction. And there's like a real clear point where that happens. And that is when I get that strike last year. I used to always think, that when people said like, oh, if you get a strike, that's like, it really hurts you on YouTube. I used to always think that was bullshit. But it's a real clear spot. I mean, you can go back into my analytics and see like where I get that strike and where I start to drop off, and it's just because I'm just not being shown to people anymore. And I mean, I look back a year ago, like 13, 14 months ago, and my videos were getting 3 times the amount of views that they're getting now. And part of it is also it's kind of like a recursive algorithm. Like I'm making it worse because I'm not uploading as much, because I'm not getting the same amount of views, because I'm not uploading as much. So it's like this, it's just a lot of things that are happening all at one time. And it's really made it a struggle for me to upload videos. I'm working on it right now, and I'm going to continue making videos. Yeah, it definitely is. And this is not like a problem unique to me or even the vaping sphere of YouTube, which is also a thing. And we're actually going to get Matt Cully. I've been talking to him. We're going to get him on here, and we're going to talk specifically about, we're going to talk about a lot of things, but we're also going to talk about specifically YouTube and the vaping community, because it's like, instead of them doing something like they did last year when they gave everybody strikes and took away a bunch of people's channels, I think they're just slowly kind of trying to push us out. Also, companies just are not interested in sending out stuff for review anymore. And to some, to the bigger channels, they're always going to get review samples. And if you're talking about like, from China or somewhat, it depends, right? From China or from Europe, they're more likely to send products for review. But like companies in the U.S., everyone's afraid right now. At least the people that I talk to, and it's like we still are getting some products for review, but it's definitely a huge shift in the amount that we're getting, right? And having talked to a bunch of people, part of it is definitely this fear, and part of it is also that the industry has kind of changed in a really major way. 2 or 3 years ago, there was like 1,000 new lines of e-liquid being released every month, and there was like new RDAs every week. Every day there was something exciting to talk about vaping. Things have just really changed, and a lot of that is because of the US's policy on vaping and where we're going. Oh yeah, no, this is not. So Winnie Vapes says that everyone. I've talked to a lot of really big YouTubers, and they're not getting the same amount of products. And if someone who has 100,000 views, 100,000 subscribers, isn't getting those kind of products that they used to get, then it's definitely like a trickle down that we're not getting them either. So we're still getting some, but it's just not the same amount, right? It doesn't mean I don't have enough stuff to review, because I do. Even with this being said, I'm still backlogged because, again, I'm just not putting out enough videos. So yeah, because here's the thing. So Jean Carlo just said something that's really pertinent. So he said, I think you can come back from a strike, just decide if you want to make the YouTube thing a job, which I definitely don't want to do this for a job. There was a time where I thought, like, if we took off or something, that it would be fun. But that was when I was pretty new to my career as well. And I'm really happy with my career. I love it. But I do want to continue doing this, because I think that we have always had fun here, but we've also really saved a lot of consumers money, and I love that, right? Like I've had so many messages and comments from people saying, I should have watched this review because I bought this and it's terrible. Or people, messaging me and saying, thank you for this review because I was going to buy this, but after watching your review, I didn't. Then I tried it from a friend or something, and it was terrible. So, and then once people get to know my tastes, and they're watching my reviews, and they know that my tastes are similar to their tastes, or people just trust my opinion of things. I know I've made a difference in people's buying decisions, both for the positive and for the negative, showing people great products and then warning people away from bad products. I love that. I really do. I love being able to help people, And so, yeah, I definitely don't want to stop doing this. I want to continue doing this. But a part of me has really, for the first time ever, there was a point where I was really thinking, like, do I want to keep doing this? Is it worth it for me to continue doing this? And yeah, I do. I do want to continue doing this. So, and I'm going to. I just have to get off my ass. And I was just telling Panda the same thing. Like when I get home, what I've been doing, and this is the God honest truth, when I get home from work, I've been going and laying on the fucking couch and just like sleeping for like an hour, 2 hours. I never did that before. And that's because of work, But then even when I get up from there, it's just like, as any adult knows, there's just never enough time in the day. And so by the time I get done doing all the shit that I need to do, it's like, do I really want to go sit down and edit? So I just always talk myself out of it, which is never was a problem before. And I've just been looking for reasons to not dig into it. And it's bullshit. And so one step at a time, I'm going to commit to editing more, like every day. I'm going to edit at least for a couple hours, like an hour, 2 hours, whatever I can put in, because if I could, dig my way out from the one video a week, and I didn't even upload a video last week. if I could get a couple videos a week, I would be so happy with that. Because it's about, part of it is about quantity. If you're not putting out videos, of course YouTube's not going to show them to anybody because they don't exist. So I'm going to get in there. I'm going to start doing it again. But here's the thing. I don't think that vaping on YouTube is going to be around forever. We've talked about this on this show many times. And the reality is, I just don't think, I don't think it's going to be around. I think there's going to be a point where advertisers, due to pressure, YouTube, due to pressure from advertisers, are going to start to demonetize vaping on YouTube. Redneck Vapor, what's up? First off, they're going to demonetize everybody. So no, hey, I sleep, if I'm lucky, I sleep for 4 hours a night. And so that's one part of the reason why I come home after work and take a freaking 1 hour nap, because I'm just always exhausted. But I think that first, YouTube's going to demonetize all the vapors, all the vape channels, and that's going to make a huge impact on the big channels. To me, it doesn't matter. I make like $100 a year. Well, maybe $200 a year on this channel. That's nothing. So if I lose that, I don't care. I don't care at all. It will make absolutely zero impact on my life. But for people who do this full time, it will make an impact on their lives. And so once they get out of it, once they're out of the game and they're just like, I cannot continue to do YouTube anymore, then it's going to have a trickle down effect. And I think it's going to cascade. And so even if they don't just outright ban vaping channels from YouTube, I think they will just hurt YouTube vaping so much that people just don't want to continue doing it anymore. So as long as they let me upload videos to YouTube, I will continue to do that. If they were to just ban vaping outright, I do have other channels that I just haven't used yet. But a long time ago, because we had actually had discussions here on this channel, people were asking like, if vaping disappeared from YouTube, would you continue to do YouTube? And I was thinking like, yeah, I would want to, because I love doing YouTube. And so I actually set up 2 or 3 channels that are of different things, right? Like different things that I'm interested in. And I have these channels, and I just I haven't used them because I haven't needed to use them. But if I disappeared from here, I would be on YouTube, and I would definitely announce that on social media. Like we have a Twitter. Nobody follows us on Twitter, but we do have a Twitter, Overdose Vapes on Twitter. So if I ever, if we ever do get kicked off of here, right? And you just see that Overdose Vapes is gone. We have a second channel too, Overdose Vapes 2. But if we get kicked off and there's just nothing remaining, check out our social media. Check out Twitter. Check out Instagram, which I'm pretty active on. Facebook. Check that stuff out, because I will update you guys and let you know where we can find us. I know. Look at you switching channels, you goofy kid, you. Well, those are the 3 extra channels that I have. Thank you very much. Yeah. No, it's true. So Church is right. YouTube is going to definitely push out anything but family-friendly shows. That's what they want. And it's not even that they want necessarily family-friendly shows. They just want shit that advertisers, they don't want a video, an advertisement to play on a video of questionable material, right? They don't give a shit about any of it. Like, literally, YouTube would just let anything go. Yes, you do, my friend. You have 3. YouTube would let us upload anything. Violence, pornography, they don't give a shit. But the advertisers do. And that's what drives this platform, is advertising. So, much as I hate to say this, I get it. I do, right? It has personally affected me. But I do understand it from a economic and business standpoint. Advertisers don't want shit. Don't want their, like State Farm doesn't want to advertise on my videos, I'm sure. It would be nice if there was more curation involved in the selection of advertisements for different content, because there are products, there are services and products that wouldn't mind to be advertised on my shit. But there's no curation of that kind of stuff, because basically it's impossible to do so. They have algorithms to control what they can, but I mean, just think about the sheer amount of content that is uploaded to YouTube and monetized on a daily basis. It's staggering how much. So yeah, we could definitely get the neighbor kid and either cut things in half or put firecrackers on stuff. We'll see how it pans out. I don't know. No, I have a couple good ideas. I have ideas that I think people would be interested in watching, but I don't want to abandon this channel. So I stick it out. Because I love this channel. It's my, been doing this for a really long time. So, so I don't think they're going to demonetize everything. I think they're going to demonetize vaping, I think, for sure. Eventually, yeah, 100%. Because they already did a test run of that. When we got caught up with all the CBD stuff, everyone got demonetized. And I was demonetized for a good, not every video, but like I would say 1 out of 3 videos was demonetized for a good 6 months. Nowadays, I never get demonetized, which is weird. But I think that they've already kind of tested those waters to see the reaction. And they got away with it. I mean, they definitely got away with it. And so we'll see what happens. If was a fifth. Yeah. If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. But, we'll see what happens. I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Because I love doing this channel. So we'll see. What else was I going to talk about? So I just kind of wanted to be totally transparent with you guys about the lack of content, because PewDiePie is definitely not family friendly. And let's be real. If anybody has watched PewDiePie's channel recently, it's definitely, I mean, he has himself matured as a person, I think. I remember watching PewDiePie videos like a really long time ago, before he was the biggest YouTuber, right? I remember watching his really terrible Let's Plays and stuff. Because I love YouTube. I've always loved YouTube. I've literally, since YouTube started, I've been really into it. And yeah, no, they definitely advertise on his channel, because of course they do, because it is, and advertisers, to be honest, I think advertisers are like, we don't care what content he puts out, just the fact that he has tens of millions of followers and subscribers who will make purchases. It's a demographic group of young men from the ages of like 10 to 35 who watch that channel, like legit, and globally, right? It's not just like a US thing or a European thing. It's a global phenomenon. Of course they're going to advertise on this channel. And I'm sure there's advertisers who like call and specifically say, put my ads on PewDiePie's channel, regardless of his swastika content or whatever else he puts out. I think he has intentionally played with fire a few times to see what he could get away with. And he's got away with a lot. So I don't mind PewDiePie. I think his videos aren't great. I think he's kind of got the Justin Bieber thing, I think, where it's like he is a little bit mad at his own success and a little bit mad at the caricature of a person that he has become. People think of PewDiePie as being like this little kid's thing, like just like Justin Bieber. Like Justin Bieber, we all thought of him as being like music for 10-year-old girls, which is kind of true. And with PewDiePie, we always think of him as being like entertainment for 10-year-old boys, right? And I think he's tried to break out of that, much like Justin Bieber has tried to break out of his stereotype, and kind of unsuccessfully. I think there's a lot of anger there. And so if you watch his videos, to me, he comes off real smarmy and kind of like a dickhead. And I think it's because he hates what he's doing, to be honest. I think he's even said that he doesn't really enjoy what he's doing. So, but if you're getting, he's getting paid millions of dollars a year. So how do you walk away from that? I can talk YouTube shit all day. Honestly, I'm so into YouTube, in a really negative way. No. what else are we gonna talk about? So yeah, so that's the main thing. No excuses. It's just this is just it's been this whirlwind of things that have kind of led me here to where I haven't been uploading a lot of videos. But again, I am finally getting to the point where I can edit videos a lot faster. But my process is still, I put in raw video, um, I sync the audio, I render that out, and then I put it back into the program with intro and outro, and any kind of serious cuts that need to be made. I put that all, do all those things, render that into one piece of video, render it out, and then put it back into the program, and then put any kind of effects and stuff into it. Because I have found when I do that, it actually is a lot faster than trying to do it all in one go, and then trying to render that piece out. It usually takes like, the render time gets crazy in those circumstances. My new computer does render these videos like amazingly fast, like so fast. It's crazy. My old computer, which was just a quad core i5, it was like, it would render like when you're rendering a video, and I tried to render really high quality, like both audio and video now at least. And back in the day, I didn't, because it would take 6 hours, and it would like when it's rendering, it shows you like a little video of the actual video rendering, and back in the day, it would render like at like 1/3 speed of normal playback. Now it's rendering at like 5 times uh, the speed of normal playback. So it's kind of rendering in fast forward. But then when you get to a point where it has like any kind of special effects or green screen or anything like that, you can see it just hit it hard. So I try to do all those things separately, and it makes a big difference. William Johnson, there's a name I have not heard in a long time. Yeah. By Pew Pew, I mean Freedom Fries. I've never watched a PewDiePie video. Yeah, I like PewDiePie. I do. I like what he's done. He took. I mean, he built a $1 billion thing out of nothing. So I don't like it. Let's reframe that. I appreciate what it says about society that PewDiePie is successful. um, Freedom Fries. It's hilarious. This is just a bandana. I'm not a gang member, just so you guys know. So some exciting things coming up soon. I'll let you guys know about. I might have already told you guys. I don't know. Got a bunch of Jam Monster stuff. They sent me this hat. I like the hat actually a lot. Got some new Jam Monster stuff coming up. It's kind of a summer line, both in regular Nick and Salt Nick for each one when I review the regular ones, and just kind of mention the Salt Nick ones. Is that the guy with the funny nose? I'm the guy with the funny nose. So got that stuff coming up. I am going to bust up those. So unfortunately, Salty Beaches, the Salt Nick line from Vaporz, there was like a giveaway going on. It ended this weekend, so I didn't get them out in time for that, because like I was saying, the video that me and Panda filmed for one of those e-liquids ended up being this like crusade against Salt Nick e-liquids, and so it's not something that I really want to do to that company specifically, because I like Vaporz. They've been really cool to me over the years, and so if I dislike one of their products, I would say that, but I don't want to like hold them accountable for Salt Nick, because they didn't start this trend. So. Yeah, so Fix a Dinner, YouTube has long tons of Wii channels. They actually got hit really hard during that same period that I got hit last year. It was actually, they were kind of at the center of that. We kind of discussed it as if it was something that was happening to us, but it really hit them hard. And they have some really big channels. That one really goofy dude who smokes weed, he's kind of a meme. He has like 4 million subscribers, and yeah, they took his channels away, and I think he has them back now. But yeah, well, thank you very much, Vixen. And another thing, so Giz kind of talks about this a little bit. It's the time slot that we have here on Sundays. I know some people it works really well for some people. And some people love this idea of like the show being the last thing before the weekend's over. But I've always kind of thought that it would be nice if we could do it either like earlier on a Sunday, because a lot of people who watch are also not from where I'm at, from California. So for me, I'm as far west as it gets, and it's 8 o'clock here. Whereas like in New York and back in that regions, it's 11, right? 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So it's still light for me here. Some people, it's like time to go to bed. And so I don't know if anybody has any ideas about different time slots, like different days. I don't really want to do it during the week, but if anybody thinks, let me know. Let me know what you guys think. If you're thinking like a day during the week would be better, I could probably make it happen. I want this to be as good as it can be, and I think the live shows are good stuff. It's a good chance for us to kind of interact, and yeah. Anything else? What else have I been vaping on? I haven't even finished that part of the show yet. So Fix It Danner mentioned the kangaroo custard. I am like out of kangaroo custard. This shit is really good. It's really, really good. Yeah, swag. It is 5 p.m. in Hawaii, but unfortunately, I don't think a lot of our viewers are in Hawaii. If there is, hey, if I'm wrong and like 90% of you guys are from Hawaii, then we're good. We're straight good. But I don't think so. So yeah, this kangaroo custard, really good. 5 p.m. Hawaii. So this stuff's really good, the kangaroo custard. But again, like I've said before, this is what it does to your coils. So, is it worth it? Yeah, I mean, for me, it's worth it because, again, like I said in the review, I can change that cotton out in like 30 seconds. Yeah, it's worth it. It's good. It's really, really good. Obviously, it's very very rare will I vape an entire bottle of e-liquid from top to bottom, and this had me. It's lasted a long time because I don't vape it all day, but I have vaped the entire bottle. Haven't shared it with Panda or anything. Vaped the whole damn thing. And I'm straight obsessive about changing my cotton coils. This is not like I've had this in for like maybe 4 days. Yeah, that shit is all funky. Doesn't take long. Doesn't take long at all. This is also a 22 mil atomizer, so it's got a really small deck, and it's a very small amount of cotton. It looks worse than what it really is. It is really bad though too. It tastes good though. Even when it looks like that, it tastes good. I think it actually tastes a little better because it got all that sugar built up on the coils. So good. TWG has spoken. Keep it the same. Anything else is lame. You've been rhyming a lot tonight, my friend. You get the rap bug tonight. I know. Yeah. See, I know that the majority of people that watch during this time can watch during this time. So I think a lot of people are going to, people who are watching it right now are going to be inclined to say, keep it right now. But then I also want to get feedback from people who watch the playback, the replay, whatever the hell it's called, the VOD, the video on demand. Let me know, man. Let me know. I found this in the back of a deep dock draw. Show is about over, my friend, ADV. Thank you very much. Yep, my son texted me before I even got out of bed this morning. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. And said happy birthday to me, or happy birthday. What the fuck am I talking about? Said happy Father's Day to me. And then like I was saying, spent some time with my dad as well. Okay, I'm gonna look at this link. This better not be a virus. And I'm gonna share it. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna share my screen real quick so you guys can see this. Let me show you a couple things. So there's Panda first off. That face. This is from the video I'm editing right now. So, and then look at this. Look what he found in his closet. Some duck pond, some duck pudding. That shit's good too. I like duck pudding. Duck pudding. I actually have a part of a bottle um, of what the hell is it called? Armageddon. What the hell? Which one is it? That's the pizza one. Nobody wants it. I thought the pizza one was really good. Giancarlo, you did great with the pizza one. It seems like I'm the only one who says that. I really liked the pizza one. Like legitimately liked it. I thought it was really good. It showed, the pizza forbidden ravioli. Uh, it showed you what the possibility, like it's like an alternate version e-liquid, like an alternate reality e-liquid. Like, what if everyone started vaping savory e-liquids and no one vapes sweets? Could have been a crazy world out there. Yeah, he is a good boy. My son, I worry about him sometimes because I'm his dad, but he's at that age where he is definitely phantom ravioli. There you go. There we go. My son's at that age where he is, did I say forbidden ravioli? What the hell did I say? Who knows? I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. So my son's at that age where he's kind of doing his own thing. I don't really see him a lot, right? Which is fine. I remember being that age, 17. You want to do your own thing. Your friends are kind of becoming your family. You're doing your own thing, and I understand that, And so, so I worry about him because I don't see him a lot. But I think he's a good kid. I think he's a good kid. He's definitely not as bad as I was. Let's put it that way. So he's definitely showing interest in working. He actually did an internship for school, and he did great. So that was awesome. Unfortunately, kids like pizza. That's very true. So he's not like afraid of working or anything. So he's a good kid. And yeah. And then he really clinched it this morning by texting me. That was awesome. Most 17-year-old kids, that's not high on their priority list. So. Fucking Giz. I always had to rain on everybody's parade. So there's some other things with the channel that I'm thinking about trying that I would like to do. I want to start recording like in other places. Like, I don't know. Like we did a video, me and Josh did a video one time where we recorded at my work in the, what the hell is it called? Like in the middle of the building, there's like a door that goes outside, right? It's like a little quad kind of area. And we filmed a couple videos out there, and it was fun, right? We filmed a couple videos at the vape shop back in the days. That was fun too. If I could just find a way to do it, and keep the same kind of fidelity that I have now, both audio and visual. I've been really happy with the audio of my videos recently. Like the last 3 or 4 of them have been really good. Like comparatively, they're still not great by any means, but compared to what they used to be, and it was my fault and that's one of the reasons why our channel kind of stagnated, is because the audio quality. I was running off internal mic, or the internal mic of the camera, since the very beginning of this channel until very recently, and that really hurt the overall quality of the videos. When I go back and watch the videos, I actually found some videos that I never uploaded that I was going to upload, but then I started to edit them, and they were recorded with the audio from the camera, and I literally couldn't. It was just absolutely terrible. And so yeah, just couldn't do it. And so I've been really happy with them lately. So I'm going to kind of maintain that quality. So kind of torn on the green screen, like was using the green screen for a while. If anybody has any comments or suggestions, please don't be afraid to hit me with them. I was using the green screen for a while. I just never felt like, sometimes it was okay, but it was always like I was having to be very careful of like what I was wearing, and during editing, like a lot of bottles have green stuff on them, so it was just like it was a mess, right? And it was a lot of work, and so that was definitely Also not helping the output, and also having to like set up everything, set up the lights and get in front of the green screen, get the table, and move everything there, over there. So we can't have it just permanently set up because we have an apartment that we live in, and I don't have like a recording space, and so it's just in our apartment, right? So I don't know if I'm going to keep using that or if I'm just going to like film in front of my computer, not like how I am right now, but like the opposite, like facing, like I will be facing that way and recording towards my computer. I don't know. See how that goes. I've done both, and I've been happy with both. I am happy with some of the green screen footage because sometimes it looks legit. Sometimes it just looks not good though. So if anybody has any suggestions about that, I have gotten a couple good comments. People are like, "Hey, I really like the green screen," but not as many as I kind of expected to get. I really thought some people were going to be like, "Damn, green screen, stepping up," and I didn't get a lot of that, and so that's kind of made it feel like, am I spending more time on this than I should? I don't know. Yeah, have fun with it, definitely. It has been fun. I mean, the green screen is fun. Um, but it's just, yeah, it's fun. But does it add anything? That's the problem, And could I also like just use my computer area, which is already kind of cool looking, and add some stuff, like get a little shelf and put some vape stuff up on the wall or something. I could probably do something just as cool and kind of have that be my thing, We'll see. Yeah, Giancarlo, the people demand Tarantella and Nightshade, and maybe a collector's run of a couple bottles. If anybody wants a good RDA, I will always say this: Iliolus Light, absolutely fantastic RDA. It's got a lot of really cool colors. All the pieces are interchangeable. This actually has pieces from like 3 different Iliolus lights. Love this. Absolutely love it. Still one of my favorite RDAs of all time. Great deck, great flavor, cool airflow concept. Dope. So yeah, just good old fashioned OG Rockstar is what I drink. That's basically all I drink, which is really a problem. And I think one of the reasons why I gained so much weight in the amount of time that I gained it. Yeah, thinking about, I would love to stop drinking Rockstar, but like, it's one of those things, man. I'm so hooked on that shit now. Like when I try to not drink Rockstar, I get headaches from the caffeine and shit. And even if I'm drinking coffee, still get the headaches. There's some wild poison in that shit. It really hurts. It really hurts when you try to come off of it. I'm straight addicted to it, and there's no doubt about it. I fiend for it, straight up. First thing in the morning, like if I don't have one, it's like being a crackhead. If I don't have one first thing in the morning, I'm like headed to the store. Yo, got some money for a rock star? Let me get a little rock star, baby. Yeah, not good. Yeah, I know. Who doesn't like areolas? It's this is a tough name to not make sound like areolas. Areolus. I think that's how you pronounce it. I have no fucking idea, actually. It probably is just areolus. I've actually tried, so Fitzy Danner was asking about the Rockstar. I said Strawberry Boom was good. I've tried a few different flavors, and I just like this. Boom. Man, Danner, you need to watch that shit. Be careful with that, man. That is, yeah. You're putting me to shame right now, dude. I was at a point, I will say this, so with the Rockstars, I was at a point where I was drinking like 2 or 3 of the big boys every day. Big problem. Big problem for me. And that was definitely at a time I was gaining weight. There's no doubt. Now I have it down to where I'm drinking 1 or 2 of the normal ones a day. Still a problem. Still would like to drink less of them or none of them. The problem is, if I stop drinking them, like even if I get through the headaches and stuff, It's just like an addict, right? Like being addicted to anything else. I tell myself like, oh, you should have one. You can handle one. Let me get one more for the road. This will be my last one. And it never is. Yes, I do, Giz. Yes, I do. I love sucking on my areolas. See? Areolus. I honestly don't know how to pronounce it. It has one of those little hyphenated fucking U's, accented U and accented O. So it has some crazy pronunciation that I don't know how to pronounce. They have another version of this, the Areolus 2, V2. I've never even seen anyone use it. I actually emailed them to say, when's the new Areolus coming out, the 24? And they emailed back and they said, we have a V2. And I'm like, oh, I've never heard anyone use it, ever. And this one's old, too. So. Swag. Mine expand to keep me warm when I walk into a cold environment. I'm pretty soon I'm just like one big bologna slice. All right, everybody. Umlaut. Yeah, there you go. Umlaut. That's the name of the letter. All right, everybody. I'm going to call it a night. Much love. Keep your coils tight, like a couple of areolas in the snow. And yeah. Again, any suggestions, comments, anything, if you didn't want to do it publicly, you can always hit me up on private. Whatever. Much love. Hope everybody has a great week. Don't let the world get you down. Keep on rocking in the free world. And yeah, got some cool stuff coming up. Stay tuned for that. Got some videos coming up. There'll definitely be a video in the next couple of days. I'm almost done editing it. God, English is hard. Yeah. Boom. I'm also playing Elder Scrolls Online. So if anybody plays that, hit me up and let's play. I got like a badass character beyond max level. So let me know if anybody plays it. No one plays it probably. I play. I love it. So. All right. Good night, everybody. Much love, and I'll talk to you guys soon. And yeah, much love. Peace out. If I can actually stop.